welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very exciting new launch by Sugar Cosmetics, and it is their Ace of Face foundation stick. So I've got two of their shades, and the first one is called 02, it's called Galão, and the second one is called Chococcino, and it's their number 3 shade. So I've got the number 2 and number 3 shade with me. So I think they have a total of 6 shades, 5 or 6 shades, I'm not sure. I will leave everything down in the description, so make sure to check that out. So if you're interested to see my review on these foundations, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'm going to start off with shade number 2, and this one is called Galão. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I'm just going over my forehead first. Whoa, that is super creamy. Look at that. It applies really well, as you can see. So I'm just going to go over the rest of my face. Oh my god, it feels so creamy. Like I'm not even applying any pressure. It's going on so smoothly. So next I'm going to take the shade number 3. It's called Chococcino. This one is one shade darker than that shade, but this one also looks very warm. So I'm just going to go over the sides of my face, and actually it looks very similar. It's only like 1 or 2 degrees lighter, or I mean darker than the previous shade. So I'm just going to go on the darker portion of my face with that. So now it's time to test the brush of the foundation, and as you can see it looks very small. It's a very small but very dense brush, and it's a duo fibered brush. The bristles on top are very soft. As you can see, it's a super yellow foundation, and I don't know if it's a good thing, but I am sure that these colors are going to look very good on a lot of Indian skin tones, because most of the people or women in India, they have warm skin tones. Okay, so shade number 3 is also quite warm in yellow, but it's not as yellow as shade number 2. And I must say the foundation is very blendable, but I think I've applied a lot of foundation on my face, and I feel like I'm not able to get a flawless finish with this brush. Like it's way too short, the bristles are way too short, so I feel like I'm not getting that the desired finish. So I'm just gonna be using this brush to spread out the foundation, and next I'm going to move ahead and use my trusted beauty sponge, and this one I got it from Forever 21. I absolutely love the sponges in Forever 21 because they are super affordable, and they're also really good in blending out foundations. So I'm just going to pat over the foundation very gently with the sponge. It's a damp sponge. I'm just going to pat it lightly. I don't want to over blend it. Alright, so talking about the consistency of the foundation, as you could see when I was applying it, it was super creamy. Like it just glided on, and you know, it just went on really well over the skin. So I'm glad that it's not very thick in consistency like some of the stick foundations. Stick foundations can sometimes get very hard to blend because they are very stiff. Also, I forgot to mention, here in the packaging it says this foundation is made in Korea. So I think that's the reason why I really like the consistency and texture, because Koreans are always so amazing when it comes to making beauty products. So I really like the fact that in spite of being a stick foundation, it's very creamy, and it goes on very smoothly, and it also blends out really well. Like I use the brush to blend it out, and it just spread out very nicely, and I feel like the brush itself is not enough to blend out the entire face. But I think it's a good thing that they've added this here, because you can use this to just spread the foundation out evenly, and then you can go ahead and blend it out with my beauty blender. It looks so even right now. I can't see my skin through the foundation. So I think this is definitely a full coverage foundation. There's no patchiness, there's no unevenness. It looks really nice. And texture wise also, it feels quite light on the skin, but when I touch it I can feel a little bit of tackiness. So it's kind of a hydrating foundation, I would say. It's not very drying or very matte looking. As you can see, it looks slightly dewy. I would have loved to go on and apply a second layer over this, but I feel like I don't need to, because the coverage is pretty good enough with one layer itself. So now I'll just go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I am back with my full face of makeup, and I must say I'm pretty surprised because initially when I applied foundation I found it a bit too yellow on me, but after doing my makeup and after setting everything in place, this foundation actually looks pretty nice on me. It does not look too overly yellow, so I'm actually really pleased at how this foundation looks after I've applied the rest of my makeup. Yeah, everything went on over this foundation very smoothly, like there was no lifting or there was no patchiness or anything, and I must say it's a very high to full coverage foundation. With one layer I feel like I've got so much coverage, but as always now it's time to see how long this effect is going to last on my skin. So yeah, I'll check back with you guys after about a few hours and let you know if this foundation is long lasting or not. Yeah, so I will see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so I am back. It's already been 8 hours since I had the foundation on my face, and I don't know if you can tell because I'm using artificial lighting right now, but the foundation has kind of rubbed off from the sides of my nose. And I also went for a movie, so I was wearing my glasses at the movies, so the foundation rubbed off from the sides of my nose, and that's pretty normal. But it also did rub off on the areas where I get a bit oily, that is on my forehead, and also on the sides of my nose where I have a little bit of pores. If you have super oily skin, then you might feel the need to touch up from time to time, but at the moment it's winter, so I didn't feel the need to touch up. So yeah, I would say it's a pretty long lasting foundation because it was looking pretty good till about 5 to 6 hours, but now it's already been almost 8 hours, so now it's starting to look a bit patchy and uneven, but still, like when I asked my cousin, you know, she was with me, so I was like, how does my face look, how is my makeup looking right now? And she was like, it looks pretty good, it does not look cakey or patchy or anything. But I came home and I had a very close look at the mirror, and that's when I realized it had rubbed off a bit from the sides of my nose. So all in all, I would say it's a pretty good foundation. It applied really well. It gives me super amazing coverage, and it also makes my skin texture look really nice. So yeah, I really think this foundation has done an amazing job. I am totally impressed, and I can definitely see myself reaching out to this foundation more often. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you want to check these foundations out, then I will leave the link down in the description box. Please don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye.